Namaste, this is Santa Auntie. Today we're going to review the 4 times of day words that I taught you in class. And then we're going to review those to use in sentences conjugated with a verb in the present continuous. Whoa, that's a lot, okay? So we're going to be doing a lot of things here. We're going to learn new vocabulary, and then we're going to apply that new vocabulary to use in sentences where we conjugate verbs in present continuous. And to use these sentences in present continuous, we are going to use our verb to read today. So let's start with reviewing the new vocabulary. The 4 words that we learned in class were for the times of day. Morning, subha, afternoon, doupher, evening, sham, and night, raat. Let's do those again. Morning, subha, afternoon, doupher, evening, sham, and night, raat. Now let's do some practice problems. Look at the picture and say out loud what time of day it would be. What would this one be? Subah, doupher, sham, or raat? Subah. What about this one? Subah, doupher, sham, or raat? Well, it looks like these kids are having lunch at school, so this would be doupher. What about this one? Subah, doupher, sham, or raat? Raat. And look at this one. This means that the sun is going down. So would this be subah, doupher, sham, or raat? This would be sham. And what about this one? Subah, doupher, sham, or raat? Subah. And this one? Subah, doupher, sham, or raat? This one would be raat. And this one looks like your school lunch. So what would this one be? Subah, doupher, sham, or raat? Doupher. And what about this one? Look at where the sun is. Looks like the sun's going down. So would this be subah, doupher, sham, or raat? This would be sham. And what about this one? Would it be subah, doupher, sham, or raat? It says breakfast here, so it's probably morning. And morning is subah. And look at this one. These kids are having lunch at school. Subah, doupher, sham, or raat? This would be doupher. And this one, the owl, the ullu, is nocturnal, which means it stays up all night. So is this subah, doupher, sham, or raat? This is raat. All right, now you're going to do more practice problems, but the words will not be visible for you to read. So I'm going to test your memory to see if you committed these 4 words to memory. That's why we did so many practice problems. So what's happening in this picture? Morning, afternoon, evening, or night? This is morning, and morning in Hindi is subah. And these kids are having lunch at school, and afternoon is doupher. It's nighttime, and this kid's fast asleep. What's night in Hindi? Raat. And the sun's going down, it's the evening. And what is the evening in Hindi? Sham. This girl just woke up and she's ready to start her day. It's the morning, and morning is subah. This boy is daydreaming about being a superhero, and we dream at night, and night is raat. And this is a school lunch, and we eat lunch in the afternoon. Afternoon in Hindi is doupher. And the sun's going down, it's sunset. Sunset happens in the evening, and evening in Hindi is sham. All right, now that you've done all those practice problems and done a good job, let's review. The verb that we want to use today is padhna. Now, in English, do we say, or in Hindi, probably not, do we say, I read morning? or I read night? No, we don't say that. We say I read in the morning or I read at night. So far you have learned the 4 times of day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night, and you know that the verb to read is pardna, but you don't know the in part or the at part. In the morning, at night. You don't know the in or the at. So that means we need to learn those connector words to be able to say full Hindi sentences. So let's learn those now. To say in Hindi, we say may. And to say at or to in Hindi, we say go. All right? So in is may, at and to are go. And here's how to use them with the times of day. When talking about the morning or afternoon, we use may. And when talking about the evening and night, we use go. In a sentence, these words would follow the time of day. So it would be subah mein, dophir mein, sham ko, raat ko. Okay? So now let's do some practice problems. Look at the picture and use the time of day with the connector word and say it out loud. So this is nighttime, right? So you know the Hindi word for night. Now add on the connector word. What would it be? Raat ko. Raat ko. Because remember we learned that subha and dophir go with may and sham and raat go with ko. All right? So this is the afternoon lunch. So what would the time of day and the connector word be? Dophir mein. What about this one? It's sunset, so it's the evening. So it would be sham ko. And what about this one? It's the morning. Subah mein. And this one, it's night. Raat ko. And this one, it's lunchtime. Dophir mein. And this one, it's nighttime. Raat ko. And this one, it's breakfast time. Subah mein. And this one, the kids are having lunch at school. Dophir mein. And this one, it's sunset. Sham ko. And this one, now some kids get confused because they see a girl in bed, so it could be morning or night, but it says good morning here. So this one would be subah mein. And this one, dophir mein. And this one, the ullus are nocturnal, which means they're up all night. So this is night, raat ko. And this one, this girl is up bright and early in the morning, ready to get her day started. Subah mein. And this one, it's sunset. So it would be sham ko. And this one, it's nighttime. Raat ko. Excellent work. Now you're ready to put all of this together to make full sentences. So we're going to be combining 3 things: verb conjugation, time of day, and our connector word, okay? And remember, we're going to be using our verb to read, which is padna. And you've already learned in class how to conjugate in present continuous. So, how would we say in Hindi, I am reading in the morning? So let's break this down. First, let's do the I am reading part. So don't even look at the in the morning part, okay? Let's do the I am reading part. Let's conjugate it first. So I am reading would be मैं पढ़ रही हूँ. So now we need to add this in the morning part, okay? So we know that morning is subha, and we know our connector word with subha is mein. So now this is what we have to do with our sentence. मैं blank line पढ़ रही हूँ. So it becomes मैं सुबह में पढ़ रही हूँ. Great work. Let's do this one. The same sentence but for a boy. How would we say I'm reading in the morning? Well, let's break it down again. First do I am reading. मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ. And now we need our in the morning part. You know that morning is subha and our connector word is mein. So this is what we need to add into our sentence now. मैं सुबह में पढ़ रहा हूँ. मैं सुबह में पढ़ रहा हूँ. Okay, I am reading in the afternoon. So let's do the I am reading part. We've done this before twice now, so you should know this. मैं पढ़ रही हूँ. And now we need the in the afternoon. What's afternoon and the connector word? दोपहर में. So now we need to add that into our sentence. मैं दोपहर में पढ़ रही हूँ. मैं दोपहर में पढ़ रही हूँ. Okay, and now for the boy. I'm reading in the afternoon. So it's the same sentence but for a boy. So again, let's conjugate the verb first. मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ. And in the afternoon is दोपहर में. So let's add that into our sentence. We have our blank line here, so becomes मैं दोपहर में पढ़ रहा हूँ. I am reading in the evening. Same thing, let's conjugate first. I am reading is मैं पढ़ रही हूँ. And in the evening, what is evening and our connector word for evening? शाम को. So let's add that into the sentence now. मैं शाम को पढ़ रही हूँ. मैं शाम को पढ़ रही हूँ. Let's do the same sentence but for a boy. So conjugate first. मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ. And then add the in the evening. We just did in the evening. What was it? शाम को. And so now we put it together in our sentence and we know that it has to go where the blank line is. So मैं शाम को पढ़ रहा हूँ. Okay, I am reading at night. I am reading at night. Hopefully you're getting the hang of it. So I am reading again is मैं पढ़ रही हूँ. And at night is रात को. So our sentence would be मैं रात को पढ़ रही हूँ. Same sentence for a boy. First conjugate, I am reading. मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ. All right, and we know that at night is रात को. And so we need to add that into our sentence in the blank line. मैं रात को पढ़ रहा हूँ. Next one, she's reading in the afternoon. Let's do she is reading first. वो पढ़ रही है. And in the afternoon is दोपहर में. So we need to add that into the blank line. So it would become वो दोपहर में पढ़ रही है. वो दोपहर में पढ़ रही है. They are reading in the afternoon. Okay, same thing, conjugate first. They are reading. Is वो पढ़ रहे हैं. In the afternoon, you know, is दोपहर में. So we need to add that to the blank line, and it becomes वो दोपहर में पढ़ रही हैं. You are reading in the afternoon. Conjugate first. आप पढ़ रहे हैं. In the afternoon is दोपहर में. So we put that in the blank line. आप दोपहर में पढ़ रहे हैं. We are reading at night. We are reading at night. So we are reading, let's conjugate first. What would we are reading be? Hum पढ़ रहे हैं. And at night is रात को. So we add that to the blank line and it becomes हम रात को पढ़ रहे हैं. He is reading in the morning. Conjugate first. So it would be वो पढ़ रहा है. In the morning is सुबह में. So put it together in the blank line and it becomes वो सुबह में पढ़ रहा है. You are reading in the morning. Again, conjugate first. You are reading is आप पढ़ रहे हैं. In the morning is सुबह में. So put it into your blank line and it becomes आप सुबह में पढ़ रहे हैं. She's reading in the evening. She is reading is, the conjugation is वो पढ़ रही है. And in the evening is शाम को. So put that into the blank line and it becomes वो शाम को पढ़ रही है. We are reading in the evening. So the conjugation we are reading, what would that be? हम पढ़ रहे हैं. And in the evening is शाम को. And so we add that to the blank line and it becomes हम शाम को पढ़ रहे हैं. He is reading in the evening. Let's do the conjugation first. He is reading. What would that be? वो पढ़ रहा है. And in the evening is शाम को. So we add that to the blank line. So what would our sentence be? वो शाम को पढ़ रहा है. They are reading at night. Let's do our conjugation first. They are reading would be वो पढ़ रहे हैं. And at night is रात को. So put that in the blank line and what would our sentence be? वो रात को पढ़ रहे हैं. He is reading at night. Do the conjugation. He is reading. वो पढ़ रहा है. And at night is रात को. So put that in the blank line and what does our sentence become? वो रात को पढ़ रहा है. Okay, good work. You are reading in the evening. Conjugate first. आप पढ़ रहे हैं. In the evening is शाम को. So put that in the blank line and it becomes आप शाम को पढ़ रहे हैं. She is reading in the morning. Do the conjugation first. It would be वो पढ़ रही है. In the morning is सुबह में. Put that in the blank line and what does our sentence become? वो सुबह में पढ़ रही है. We are reading in the morning. We are reading in the morning. What is our conjugation? हम पढ़ रहे हैं. In the morning is सुबह में. So put that in the blank line and it becomes हम सुबह में पढ़ रहे हैं. Okay, we are reading at night. Excuse me, you are reading at night. So you are reading. What's the conjugation? आप पढ़ रहे हैं. And at night is रात को. So put that in the blank line and our sentence becomes आप रात को पढ़ रहे हैं. They are reading in the morning. They are reading. What's the conjugation? वो पढ़ रहे हैं. And in the morning is सुबह में. So put that in the blank line and our sentence becomes वो सुबह में पढ़ रहे हैं. She is reading at night. What's the conjugation for she is reading? वो पढ़ रही है. And at night is रात को. रात को is at night. So put that in the blank line and it becomes वो रात को पढ़ रही है. He is reading in the afternoon. He is reading. What's the conjugation? वो पढ़ रहा है. And in the afternoon is दोपहर में. Now put that in the blank line and our sentence becomes वो दोपहर में पढ़ रहा है. We are reading in the afternoon. So we are reading, the conjugation is हम पढ़ रहे हैं. And in the afternoon is दोपहर में. So put that in the blank line and our sentence becomes हम दोपहर में पढ़ रहे हैं. They are reading in the evening. They are reading. How do we conjugate that? वो पढ़ रहे हैं. In the evening is शाम को. So we put that in the blank line and our sentence becomes वो शाम को पढ़ रहे हैं. So, to summarize, you learned 4 new words. Morning is subha, afternoon is dofer, evening is sham, and night is raat. And you know how to apply these words to form sentences. You also learned the connector words for these. So, for subha and dofer, we use me, sham and raat use ko. So we put all of this together with our conjugation to empower us to speak full Hindi sentences. So balle balle on the great work. I know this was a lot of things to combine together, but you're advancing so much that we are doing more and more, and it's awesome. Dhanyavad for joining me, and I'll see you in class.